Melanie White here, back with another video. I hope you are doing well. On this channel, we talk about relationships, we talk about dating, we talk about personal development, and overall just being a better you. So today's topic, we're talking about online dating. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So online dating. Do you do online dating or you don't do online dating? Um, I'm sure you've heard of horrific stories, but there's also success stories. So today we're going to get into all of that. Um, you know, my view on online dating and what you can do from my experience on how to be successful when you are online. So let's get into it. So, for those of you that don't know, I actually met my husband online. I know. And I didn't think I was going to meet him online. I was one of those people who was against online dating. I met my husband back in 2017. And I know back then when I was doing online, or sorry, back then when I was single, and people were saying, Melanie, why don't you try online dating? And I used to give them the side eye and be like, really? Like, you expect me to go looking for love online? Like, please. And it was only after until so many people kept telling me, why don't you try online dating? I had met, at the time, there was a few friends of mine that had met their significant others online. And I said, okay, what the heck, right? Like, let me try. And trust me, I did meet men online, but oh, I had some interesting dates and some interesting conversations. And when I had canceled my online profile and it was set to expire, I think it was 2 days before it was set to expire, that's when my husband messaged me. So I did meet my husband online. And interestingly enough, I was talking to my manager last week. My manager is older than me. So I'm 43 now, and my manager is probably early 50s. I don't know exactly how old he is, but I know he is older than me. I know that he had gone through a divorce, and he had recently gotten remarried. So I was like, congratulations. He's still in that honeymoon phase. And anytime I meet couples, I always ask, how did you guys meet? And I asked him, how did you guys meet? And of course, what do you think he said? Online. And I was like, oh wow. Just because he was older, I figured he probably would have went the more traditional old school way and maybe would have met his wife through friends, or just by going out. But he said no. He said he went online and he set up a profile. And I think it was I think he said 4 or 5 months he got matched with his wife, and he said it was matched well because when he met her, he was like, yes, yes, yes. And now he's married. And interestingly enough, a couple weeks before that, I had a play date with my son's friend's parents. And we went over to their house. And of course, when I see couples, I always ask. They've been married probably about 10 years now. And I said, how did you guys meet? And guess what they said? Online. So I said, you know what? People are still meeting people online. So I am a proponent. I am for online dating. But I definitely have a few key points that I want to go through with you. First things first, okay? Your profile, okay? Now I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do a profile, but you got to do a profile. And you know what? It can be so much fun. Um, so your profile, right? Everything, I want you to really take time, right? This is not a rush. Even if it takes you, a few days, even if it takes you a month to, take great pictures. Maybe you need to take some updated photos. Maybe you need to, get your makeup and your hair done. I know women who have gotten their hair done and their makeup done because they want to, they want to be confident in what they post online, right? You have AI now that can help with your profile. But be careful with AI because sometimes the AI, although it's written, really nicely, you want your personality to shine through your writing, right? So, um, many of my subscribers have kind of reached out to me and said, Melanie, can you help me write my profile? And I said, sure, of course. Like, it's so much fun. I love doing profiles. So I can definitely help with that. You want to talk about what you're looking for, and don't be shy, right? If you are looking for marriage, right? Say that you are looking for long term, because when your match is looking online for you, and if he's looking for marriage, he's also going to be looking for someone who's looking for marriage as well. So keep that in mind. What you like, what you dislike, what you're looking for in a partner. You don't need to be as specific, right? Because he might try and adapt and try and beat all those things on your profile, but just a few quick points will make all the difference. Second thing, do your research. Very, very important to do your research, right? Because online, I mean, you don't know who you're meeting, right? It's one thing if you met somebody through somebody, then you can kind of verify who they are, but you got to do your research. When I met my husband, I Googled him. I did see he was on Facebook, and I saw that I think we had two mutual friends, so that was good. Um, see if they're on LinkedIn, see if they're online anywhere. Um, there is even what is it called, where you can put the picture in, an app. I think it's called Pimeyes. I think it's called Pimeyes. I think it's called Pimeyes. And you can actually put their photo in and see where their photo is online. And it's crazy because I did it with my own picture. I put my picture in and it found pictures from like 8, 10 years ago, like pictures I didn't even remember. I was at a business conference and those were the pictures of me. So the technology is crazy now. You can even look up their picture, right? But definitely do your research, Google, find out as much as you possibly can about this person. Now, I'm also going to say I want you to be aware of what I call it was on Netflix. What is it called? Tinder Swindlers. Did you guys see that movie? Craziness. But yes, it is. The Tinder swindlers are out there. So if you do meet anybody and, again, something seems off, or all of a sudden, there's an emergency and they need money, anytime they ask for money or for you to make an investment or just anything that involves with you, sending money or just withdrawing your bank account or your banking information, run, okay? Block, delete, run. Thirdly, take the conversation offline. Take the conversation offline. So, you guys are messaging back and forth. You like what he's saying, he likes what you're saying. It's a connection. Uh, Take the conversation offline as I wouldn't say quickly as you can, but as soon as you feel comfortable. And once you guys have the phone numbers, right, do video chat, WhatsApp, FaceTime. Get them on video. And this is something that my husband did. He was very, very clever. As soon as we exchanged phone numbers, he WhatsApp video me. And I was caught off guard. I was like, oh, you want to do WhatsApp now? I was like, okay, give me like 10 minutes. I had to go, put on some powder on my face and fix my hair. I look like a hot mess. So I had to kind of, you know, get all beautified. And then I was like, okay, call me on video chat. And very clever, right? Because he wanted to see what I look like. Because from his experiences, He has met women who, post one picture and then he sees them in person and they look completely different. So, um, get on the video chat, right? Because you want to make sure that this is a real person. I've also been hearing there have been quite a few women who are meeting men online and talking to them, whether it's on the app or it's on some type of messenger or Instagram or over the phone, and they've never met them, and that is just crazy to me that you have a so-called boyfriend and you haven't even met them in person. So if you are in that, I mean, I'm sad to say, but that's not a real relationship. You need to meet the person, right? It could be, starting off long distance, but eventually you need to meet them. You need to exchange energies, right? You guys need to see if you vibe with one another. So take the conversation offline. Which leads me into my next point, which is meet only in public. Okay, so nobody's going to nobody's house, nobody's going to meet up at a hotel or anywhere private. No, 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 no. Okay, I know when I was online dating, I was very meticulous about this. I would drive my own car to dates and I would make sure it was still daylight. So if we were doing, an early dinner, um, I wouldn't want to do it so late. I would rather do like a 6 o'clock versus like a 8:30. Of course, depending on your schedule, if it needs to be later, that's fine. But I was always in a public place, always in areas that I was kind of familiar with, and I just would, even I would even go as far as even to tell my friends, I'd say, listen, I'm going out with this guy. He said his name is, Steve. This is his number. This is his picture. This is what he looks like. Like I was that paranoid, right? I wanted to make sure, like, God forbid if I ever went missing, at least someone knew where I was going, who I was meeting, their phone number, whatever, whatever, right? I think I watched too much true crime. Always trust your instincts. I know this goes without saying, but I think it deserves a reminder because sometimes, again, red flags show up. There's something that's so off, but yet it's like we want this. We want this to work out with this guy. We really want it. And sometimes we ignore the red flags. And I'm here to tell you, please do not ignore the red flags. Trust yourself. I'm going to say it again. Trust yourself. And if something seems completely off, okay, maybe it's when you met them or, in talking to them. If something feels off, cut it off. Okay? Cut it off. Trust your instincts at all times. Next, I want you to spend 10 to 15 days on whichever dating app you are on. 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and 10 to 15 minutes at night, and go about your day. The reason why I'm saying this is oftentimes we can get caught up online. We can get caught up. We're on the app all day, every day. Oh my gosh, he didn't message me. Oh my gosh, I pinged him and he didn't ping me back. And we kind of get so consumed by the online dating. So one thing I did was, I would set a timer. Like I would really set a timer and I would spend no more than 15 minutes kind of going through profiles, responding to anyone that I felt like I wanted to respond to. Um, and, I would go about my day. I wouldn't dwell on it. I didn't want to become, so addicted to it. And then in the evening before bed, I would go on there again, another 10 to 15 minutes. And same thing, you're scrolling to see if anyone did message you or you're messaging people back or, you're online looking for yourself. So again, don't get too consumed online. still have your life. You're still going out. You're still networking, um, right? But you don't want it to be everything. And the last tip that I want to leave with you today is don't be afraid to message. Okay. And hear me out, because there are a lot of men that are online and they're so discouraged because they reach out to women, they don't hear back. They're in competition with tons and tons of men online and they're discouraged. And for example, my brother, I have four brothers. One is single. And I know when he was online, I think I was online at the time too. And I remember he looked at my phone and he looked at my inbox, like the dating app inbox. And he was like, oh my gosh. And I looked at him and I'm like, what? He's like, you have so many men who messaged you. Like, wow, like your inbox. I think at the time I didn't delete the messages, but they weren't necessarily messages. They were flirts, right? Like they would just see your profile and they would press flirt, right? And then it would inbox me, letting me know that someone was flirting with me. And I never deleted them. So I had probably like, I don't know, like 200 or 300 flirts in my inbox. And I said, okay, so what? Like, he was like, you have so many messages in your inbox. And he's like, look at mine. And he shows me his phone, and I look at his inbox, and he has like 6 messages. And he's like, yeah, it's so easy for you to date because, you're a woman and all the men are messaging you. But, here I am, I'm messaging women and I don't hear back. And then it hit me and I said, oh, wow. I said he's discouraged because he's messaged so many women messages and women are not messaging back. And here I was as a woman and he was just shocked at how many inboxes I had. And he felt so discouraged because he's like, how can I compete with that? He's like, that's why when I message a woman, she probably has 300, 300 messages. And that's why she doesn't even message me back, right? It's like, you know, one fish in like a sea of, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like he was just like, how am I supposed to compete with that? Right. And so that's why I'm going to say, don't be afraid to message him, right? Like if you go through his profile and you like what you see, message him, initiate the contact, but remember that he is still supposed to pursue you, okay? You are not chasing him, okay? He is going to be chasing you, okay? He's going to be pursuing you. You are initiating contact, but he is going to be pursuing you. Very important, okay? I don't want you pursuing him, but if you like what you see, it's okay to initiate contact. It's okay to message him because trust me, he doesn't have a ton of women that are reaching out to him. Remember that, right? And if you see someone you like, why not message him, right? If he doesn't message back, it's cool. If he does, you never know what it can be. It could be your future husband. All right, so there you have it. Those are my tips. I'm a proponent of online dating. If you're not on online dating, I strongly recommend you get on it. If you've been on it and came off, I suggest you get right back on it. Revitalize your profile. Do your research, invest in your profile, have some awesome pictures, take new pictures if you want. Um, you know, trust yourself, trust your intuition, and um, let me know what has been your experience this far with online dating. Um, what are some challenges that you have with online dating? Some of the good things about online dating. I know I've also met some good friends as well. It's crazy. You never know who you can meet online. But yeah, I want to hear it all. Okay, drop a comment below. And for more tips, I do have a free gift for you, masterclass, 5 secrets on how I attracted my husband and how you can too. The link is in the description box below. Okay, thank you. I hope this was helpful and I will see you again in the next video. Ciao. Bye.